Hey y'all, hey, it's Miss Raqi jumping in to say hi and just kind of explain where I am and how I got here with my ear stretching journey. As you guys see, I've now made it up to a 4. I feel like you can really now tell that my ears are stretched. Today was the day I got to it, and I've done a couple of more videos kind of introducing that I'm doing it, but this is my first time like really doing a video and introducing it to my YouTube channel. So hey guys, hey, it is Miss Raqi. If you don't know me, if you're new here, I barely post, I'm sorry. I'm getting my life together, and life has changed in a way that I'll be able to talk to you guys a lot more and communicate about what's going on. So okay, so why am I here? Okay, so on November 29th, 2025, Black Friday, I decided to do something black. I decided to start gauging my ears or stretching my ears. I keep word, like, somebody tell me, is it ear gauging or ear stretching? Is it gauges that you put in your ears because your ears are stretched? I don't know. Is it a different term if I'm doing it for spiritual reasons versus just doing it for cosmetic reasons? Like, somebody help me out. Y'all teach me, okay? I'm new here. Hi, I'm on a journey, right? But okay, so why did I start? One, cosmetically, I think they're so cute. Now, like, I love the different jewelry, and I feel like it just speaks. It's like almost is like a gauge in your ear is like a unsaid leather jacket. Like, it's just something rebel about you. Like, it's a to the establishment, I'm me. Like, I don't think that I've ever seen anyone with gauged ears be insecure. I don't, maybe it's just me, but I just feel like most people with gauged ears kind of are living in their level of authenticity. And one of the commitments that I made to myself this year, since I've been 40, is I'm going to live authentically. Like, every piece of me will be the way that me is meant to be. And however I choose to express, I'm doing that with no edits at all. Like, I won't be editing me. If you know me, you know that I'm kind of just finding me at 40. Like, I'm literally just finding me. And it's not that I was lost, it's that I was smothered under all the other ideas and ideals that should be me. So ear gauging is one of those, or ear stretching is one of those things that I feel like I would have did if I would have thought everybody would have been cool with it. My tongue pierced too. My tongue being pierced is one of those things too. Now, at this point, I talk for a living and I ain't got time for it. I probably could get my tongue pierced for the weight loss exercise though. But I need something to stop me from eating. Another story for another day. But like, it was just one of those things. Like, I even had my nipples pierced and they're no longer pierced just because people got on my nerves. But I'm gonna rectify that soon too. But like, it's just certain things that I've wanted to do, but I feel like judgment has made me stop. So I was talking to my friend and talking about his ears and asking him what made him start and all of that. And he had his jewelry out. And I think that was like my first time just kind of seeing the raw ears on him. And he always has like the dopest jewelry, right? So I'm just asking questions. I'm not going to stick my finger through. He was actually talking about how disrespectful it is because people just want to put their finger through your ear. I think he may be like an inch or something like that. So I was saying I want to do it. I was given a kit and I just started. So on Black Friday, baby, I ain't watched no internet. I literally just talked to him and just went, right? Got the kit. Boom, put the plug directly in my ear. The 8 went in and it stayed and it was fine. I was like, okay, well, once I looked on the internet and saw that I hadn't stretched nothing, I literally just was in the size that my ear fit, because that's why I was able to go in without a stretcher, right? I said, okay, well, let me go up. So 6 was the first size I technically stretched to. Okay. So y'all know most people get their ear pierced at 20 gauge, 18 gauge. So I was able to basically, I was at 8 naturally. Okay. Now, this is the hole that my mama pierced, okay? So, in high school, I don't know if y'all did it like me, but we wanted a second hole before our mamas would let us have a second hole. So we would put 2 earrings in that one and make sure it's in the back of the hoop, right? So I think that's what stretched my ears, and I'm a hoop girl. Like, my hoops could, like, literally come through my ear, and I look at my hoop all turned all backwards because it done went through my whole ear. And I'm sure the hoops were heavy enough to be weight stretching my ears, and that's why I started at an 8. So I started at an 8. I stretched to a 6. And I left those in. I got to a 6 on the 30th because I started on the 29th. So I watched a lot of YouTubes, watched a lot of YouTubes. And that night when I went to a 6, y'all, I thought I was, I'm like, well, if I was able to slide an 8 in, I probably should be able to stretch to a 4 instantly. When I say I messed myself up so good, baby, it was stinging. It felt like it was on fire. I didn't draw blood that day, but it hurted trying to get that 4 in there. So I took the 4 out, and I was able to get the 6 in easy. So, I left it in there. I talked to a lot of people, did some research. Jojoba oil was championed. I talked to a few friends who are gauging or stretching their ears or have stretched their ears to their desired points, and they gave me some of their pointers. One of the main things that I've heard as a consensus across the board is to shower before stretching. It seems to work, and I think our bodies are just naturally relaxed in general. Not only are our pores open, but our bodies are relaxed. So, I showered, and I did a long hot shower. I wet my hair. That's why it's been covered all day. Like, I wet my locks. I rinsed my scalp. I massaged my scalp. I played with my ears a little bit, and then I got out and I brought my tapers. So I use tapers at this point in my journey. I'm not getting up right now to show y'all what a taper is. I'm sure I'll put some pictures and stuff and all of that good stuff, whatever. But I use tapers. I put the taper in at about 1 p.m. And it stayed in till about 4 p.m. And like, when I was doing it, I was on the phone with my Superman, and he kept saying, like, hey, like, you got a thing for pain or something? Like, don't go too far, gonna fuck up. Like, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna take my time. It's not hurting that much, it's just stinging. Right? So it got about halfway through. And one thing that my boy Doug told me is that I wasn't waiting enough. Like, I just thought you should just put the taper in and just slide all the way through just instantly. If you're actually stretching, then it won't go right in, right? Stretching. So, like I said, if you've ever had, you ever been a girl with some in the back and put on some tight jeans, how you gotta let it sit before you pull them up? That's what I did. So I let them sit for a minute, and throughout the day, I'm just talking. We on the phone. I'm doing little stuff. I'm sorting laundry or whatever. And these big spikes sitting in my ear. I got tapers in my ear. So just ever so often, I'll poke it a little bit and see if it go down. And this ear, what's funny is this the ear that got hurt the first time, but this ear received it first. This ear at first took the 6 like it was nothing. So I'm like, I might have had room with this one. This one fought the 4. Like, I had trouble putting the jewelry in on this side. So I still don't know which one my whore ear is. You know, everybody got one. But when I put it through, it went through. I was able to get the jewelry in pretty easy. I'm starting to kind of learn the rigor of, how to do it right. I'm not going to wait a recommended amount of time. I'm going to listen to my body. Whenever my tunnels start to fall out on their own, that means that they got some room to grow. So I'm not waiting 2 months, 3 months. I'm not waiting 1 month. I'm not waiting 4 weeks. I'm not waiting 2 weeks. I'm not waiting 1 week. I'm not putting a time limit on it. I'm waiting for my body to say it got some room to grow. Oh, that's my lesson here. Oh, come on, spirit. I said this was spiritual, right? I think I talked about the cosmetic part where I think it looked like a rebel. The other part is spiritually. I understand that gauging historically, especially in African cultures, were to symbolize maturity, growth, motherhood, your impact on the community, wealth, prosperity, things of that sort. And I am all that. Right? So I figured, you know, you might as well grow to that. I do plan on growing, like I said, to a 00, or a 0 if the 0 look big enough for me. I don't want it to absorb all of my ear. I'm a little nervous about my piercing down here because low key, I feel like this piercing, I did something. I feel like this piercing got stretched recently at the bottom. As this grows, it may be problematic, but I found a set online that's made to put a hoop through my tunnel. If you know me, you know me. Raqi loves her some hoops, okay? So I'm gonna see from there. I've been wearing these little teenager hoops. These was the hoops I got to wear when I was 16, because who the hell you think you is? It was like once we was, you know, going to the store, that's when we got to wear the big ones. But these, maybe a nickel, but you got the dime size when you lived at your mama house. You know, we start buying our own little fake hoops. But anyway, I'm scared that it's gonna eat that piercing. If it does, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine. I don't want it to eat this piercing back here, but I may get another earlobe piercing right here soon, to kind of compensate as I go. I want piercings all up my ear. I went back and forth about where to get these. These piercings, I have wanted the tragus and my helix pierced probably majority of my life, but I just, you know, being in a box, I didn't do it. So like, you know, now I just feel like I'm expressing myself the way that I want to express myself, and I don't care if anybody likes it. Like, I do enjoy this journey. I did want to just kind of chime into how I got here, why I got here, and, you know, why I'm not moving at a normal pace. My pace is going to be based on my body. I think the lesson in ear stretching, and I'm probably finna start this video over, but I think my lesson in ear stretching is trusting me. It's Miss Raqi signing off. Continue spiritually evolving and loving freely. I love y'all, and I freaking mean it. See y'all again soon. Bye.